Cal, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield.
Welcome back to the BMFWrestling Raw Review Part 3. Or what do they say? What's in Spanish? Tres. You can tell I'm not Mexican. Si, senor. Anyway, up next we have the Rock's promo, the big highlight of the night. And can I just say that, oh my fucking god, the Rock's entrance takes forever nowadays. He makes the Undertaker look like a fucking John Cena sprinting down to the ring.
Didn't he used to, like, you know, just storm to the ring and...
That's it, he used to just walk out the curtain, bang in the ring, do his pose, and he was done!
Sorry.
Stepped on my toe. Sorry, forgive me for that. This fucking asshole stepped on my toe. Anyway.
Wear shoes next time.
He's a dick. How's that? Anyway. Rock's entrance has taken way too long. He just fucking milks it now for the crowd reaction. So, he got in the ring. His promo was okay. He spent more time talking about him running for fucking president just because they're in Washington. You know, he's always got to do his little tied to the town thing and how important this town is and blah 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 blah. It was okay. Put himself over again, saying, you know, that he will win. Exactly the same as what John Cena did, just in a much more entertaining fashion than John Cena's.
Have you noticed one thing? Cena opened the show. Rock's pretty much closing it almost.
No, not really. He's more in the middle.
Okay.
So, Rock's like being a sandwich. Anyway, there's one problem I have with this whole thing. When The Rock makes appearances on Raw, I'm happy with that. Like, I'm happy with him making appearances on Raw. But I don't want to see the WWE Champion come out and talk. I want to see the WWE Champion compete in a fucking match.
Yeah.
I understand he's a part-timer and everything, but if you're going to come back, you can't half-ass it. You've got to at least do like Jericho does. He disappears, he comes back, he fucking competes on the roster. He's been on both Raw and SmackDown these past weeks. Why can't The Rock do that? Now you could argue because it would lose its impact when he has a match, but the man is the fucking WWE Champion.
They don't want to risk him getting injured.
No, of course not. And he's that fucking, like, juiced up nowadays. I'm not saying the man's on, like, roids or anything, but he's that jacked nowadays that he would be more injury prone.
Yeah.
And he could suffer tears and shit more easily than back in his prime when he was more athletic.
They could put him against joggers or something like that. You know, just
they can do anything.
You know, they can do whatever.
There's so much, like, The Rock's back. He's not going to be back forever. You know, wouldn't you be using him to put on great matches with the likes of Dolph Ziggler and Bryan, shit like that, instead of just, so far he's been back for 3 years, you can say now, and the only people he's wrestled was John Cena, CM Punk, oh, The Miz and R-Truth, and then now John Cena again. He's wrestled 4 different people. I mean,
yeah, he's come out and just ranted on
about him being
countless times.
The great one, the most electrifying man, the best there is.
How about you electrify us?
Yeah, electrify us. Put on a match. We don't want to see you talk anymore. As good as you are at talking, we want to see you wrestle in an entertaining match. Not against John Cena. Why am I talking like this?
I don't know.
Nor do I. And let's move on because I don't want to start ranting on Rock too. Anyway, up next we have Y2J versus Antonio Cesaro. Antonio Cesaro had no entrance. So even the US Champion doesn't get an entrance on Raw.
That's a bit that's actually been pretty impressive.
He is impressive when WWE lets him be, otherwise he's getting fucking squashed by people who aren't the #1 contender anymore. Big problem with this. Once again, why is the US Champion not defending his belt at Mania? That is one problem, number one. Second is Jericho and Fandango, which I'm going to elaborate more in a minute. The first thing I want to say is this was actually a really fucking good match. I would rather see Jericho facing Antonio Cesaro for the US title at Mania than Jericho Fandango. It's like these two put on a fucking fantastic match together. It was probably the match of the night. That's how good it was. And yet Cesaro doesn't have a match at Mania. Explain that to me. Now, I was thinking this to myself while watching that show. I have lost a bit of respect for Chris Jericho for allowing himself to be misused with this whole Fandango thing. Like, Chris Jericho is a multiple time champion.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a Hall of Famer one day. He's gonna go down as one of the greatest that ever lived. He's been in the business forever.
First undisputed champion.
First undisputed champion. I think like
Multi-time tag team champion.
He's held more intercontinental titles than anyone else in history.
If you remember the Cruiserweight title.
Yeah, he was a Cruiserweight champion in WCW. TV champion in WCW. His accolades go on and on. And he's allowed himself to be put in a match with a rookie with the dumbest fucking gimmick that I've seen today. Brodus Clay's gimmick makes it looks in comparison like he's a legit professional compared to this fucking fan fucker. It's just, I've lost respect for him for allowing himself to be put in this match. On top of that, Antonio Cesaro with the fucking yodeling. Enough. Vince, you're a fucking juvenile child who just puts your own little fucking ideas out there. Oh, wouldn't it be funny if he started yodeling? No, it wouldn't. It makes him look like a fucking idiot. You know?
Oh, you got
Antonio Cesaro is one of the most talented people you have on your fucking roster. And you got him out there yodeling during matches, yodeling during his fucking entrance, and going on these stupid fucking things where all he does is make a clown of himself. He's losing to every fucking person he fights. Like, he fights, who the fuck? Alberto Del Rio, he fucking loses. He fights The Miz in a non-title match, he loses. And then Miz didn't get another title match. What the fuck? You know, he fights Sheamus, he loses. He fights any of the big names, he fucking loses. Don't you want to build him up as a future superstar? The guy is that talented. Why are you having him drop the people and doing stupid fucking yodeling? Like, he's supposed to be a tough bastard, you know, wrestles without fucking pads, does all this shit, fucking his training regime, doesn't sleep on a floor because it's too, he doesn't sleep on a bed, he sleeps on the floor because the beds are too comfortable and fucking blah blah blah. Stop squandering your fucking talent, you've done it for years. Need I remind you of the fucking Kane debacle? I'll go on about Kane again. Do you want that? I didn't think so. So, in summary, start
Is it safe
focusing.
to come back?
It's safe to come back,
Okay.
you won't get hurt. Start focusing on Antonio Cesaro. Give him at least a match. You put him in a match against someone like Kofi fucking Kingston, that match would steal the fucking show.
Yeah.
You know, at least put him on the card.
Like, say what you will about Kofi Kingston's character, his personality, all this stuff. He's a very talented superstar.
Fucking oath he is. In the ring, he puts on phenomenal matches.
Yeah.
And that's one of the hard things that it is to cope with, is that he doesn't get used to. He's been turned into a fucking jobber.
And that's why he's got, like, you know, you see some of the best Royal Rumble moments. And
Yeah.
that's like half of them are Kofi Kingston's.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. But
Or the ones that he's in.
moving on.
Yeah.
After the match, during the match, Fandango came out and did something that I thought was very, very funny. And it made me straight away think of that Bret Hart meme going around. He brought out scorecards like they do at the ballroom dancing competitions and just started scoring every one of Chris Jericho's moves. It was fucking hilarious. That's the best thing they've done with him since. Just standing there and 4. You know, I thought that was a very nice touch because I actually just went, Chris Jericho, 4 out of 10.
Bret Hart actually had a comment about that too, saying that.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, so he said it on Twitter, I think it was, or SC Skips or something like that. They covered it, and he was saying that that Fandango has basically stolen his idea.
Oh, of course he did. Of course Bret Hart will claim that. He's the excellence of execution.
He had a pretty lengthy thing to say about it on Twitter. I'm surprised they actually allowed him to say that.
And just from the fucking look of him, looks like he's got a cameo in season 4 of The Walking Dead. Anyway, moving on. That was a great match. I liked the touch with Fandango with the scorecards. That was pretty funny. First, one thing I have to say about Fandango is if he's going to survive in the WWE, he needs a new finisher. That leg drop is just going to fucking wreak havoc on him, and if you actually watch it, you can see it causes him some pain during this match. He does the first one, he's fine. Does the second one, he's clutching his ass. He hurt his ass upon the impact. And if you're going to be doing a flying leg drop off the top rope for the rest of your fucking career, your hips and ass are going to be fucked.
Gone.
Exactly. So the guy needs to
He's
work
going to
on
have
a
a
new
short
finisher.
career.
Exactly. He needs to work on a new finisher. But other than that, I like the aggressive side doing that they displayed after the match. That was something that impressed me. If they focused more on that instead of the stupid dancing gimmick, I think he could go far because he just fucking thrashed.
Well, it's like I said in a previous video. I don't have a problem with his wrestling ability because from what I've seen and heard, he's pretty damn good. Alright, he's not the best, but he's pretty damn good. It's his character that ruins him. It's his character that's going to basically hold him back for the rest of his career. If they keep him going.
Well, we'll be the judge of his in-ring talent at Wrestlemania.
Yeah.
So, which I'm actually getting. I caved and I got it. Mainly because of CM Punk and Taker.
I think if anything, Chris Jericho is going to make him look good.
Of course, but he couldn't be in the ring with a better person for his debut match. Now we're going to cut here. Come back for the final part of our Raw review. Remember, subscribe, share, like, follow me on Twitter @Violent.
Follow me on Twitter @Vampiro45.
Like our Facebook page.
Yeah.
Which can you link that? Can you link that?
So it's already there.
It's already there? Alright. Like our Facebook page. Do that. And make sure you click here for the finale of our Raw review. We'll be back.